want to share something with you here that was sent to me by one of my listener contributors. I'm talking about Jude of Women Standing organization in Seattle. And I checked this out, and it's all over the web. This is written by a guy named Oliver Kornetsky. He's an American. I think he lives in Minnesota. Oliver Kornetsky. And it's not long. I just want to share with you. This is what he wrote about Trump. And it is as far as I'm concerned, is a very explicit definition of this bastard. All right, this is what Oliver wrote. Behold, the festering carcass of American rot shoved into an ill-fitting suit, the sleaze of a conman, the cowardice of a draft dodger, the gluttony of a parasite, the racism of a Klansman, the sexism of a back-alley creep, the ignorance of a bar-stool drunk, and the greed of a hedge-fund ghoul, all spray-painted orange and paraded like a prize hog at a county fair. Not a president, not even a man, just the diseased distillation of everything this country swears it isn't, but has always been. Arrogance dressed up as exceptionalism, stupidity passed off as common sense, cruelty sold as toughness, greed exalted as ambition, and corruption worshipped like gospel. It is America's shadowy persona made flesh, a rotting pumpkin idol, proving that when a nation kneels before money, power, and spite, it doesn't just lose its soul. It shits out this bloated obscenity and calls it a leader. Wow. I couldn't have put it better myself, even though I've tried. This bloated obscenity and calls it a leader. Holy Toledo. One thing that the Toilet Rats administration is doing for certain, it is removing forever from our lexicon of insulting remarks to make about a president of the United States. It's removing all the terminology, because anything that comes after this orange piece of human waste that winds up as president of the United States, well, we're going to have to come up with a whole new vocabulary if we feel like criticizing the next president or insulting the next president or saying something demeaning about the next president, because all of the derogatory and obscene terms are now Trump's. Wow. And it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. Hi, Truth Seekers. Mike Malloy here. The Progressive Voices Network brings you commercial-free commentary from today's leading progressive radio hosts and pundits, like me, Mike Malloy, 24 hours a day. I'm not your typical old guy from the 80s or the 90s talk radio host, and Progressive Voices is not your typical talk radio network. It's a listener-supported nonprofit with no corporate control whatsoever over our broadcast. So hosts like me, Mike Malloy, are free to rant and scream and carry on about whatever we like. We're often controversial, but we're never boring. Weeknights, 9 p.m. in the East, 6 p.m. in the West on the Progressive Voices Network. Always progressive, always on. I'm Mike Malloy. Keep it lit.